EPA and WA meteorologist Bobby Marchich here with your outlook for August 17th, 2021. It is Tuesday, and that means the Reading Fightin' Phils are back in town to play another six-game homestand. It's actually a back-to-back homestand where they had a six-game series last week, and they'll have another one this week against the Bay Sox, and that is starting tonight. First pitch is 7:05 p.m. at First Energy Stadium, and you can get your tickets for that at rphils.com. It is actually the second to last homestand of the series coming up here against the Bay Sox, and we'll have another one in the second week of September. So minor league baseball is winding down, at least from the home standpoint. I believe they go up to about mid-September, and then that's it for the season. Today we have a warm front that's going to be moving through the region. If you watched yesterday's video, we were talking about how we had a cold front on Saturday that came through our region, stalled south of us on Sunday, and made it for a very nice day. But then it started to creep northward a little bit yesterday, but it was blocked by high pressure in the Gulf of Maine, so it couldn't advance too far northward yesterday because of that. And also because of that high pressure in place, we had our eastern areas were just mostly cloudy. So most areas saw an area drop of rain yesterday. Until you got out to central PA, you had a few showers rotating through that particular area in our western counties, but and that's pretty much going to be the focus over the next day or two, I think, of where the heaviest rains are going to fall. But, you know, once we got into the evening and overnight last night, we had a more concentrated area of showers moving through, basically from the lower Susquehanna Valley up through northeast PA. And as we get over the NAM high-res future simulated radar starting us off this morning, this is a continuation of what fell overnight and is now over northeast PA, and it's going to continue off to the north and east. There will be showers today in our eastern areas, not far eastern, but at least eastern Pennsylvania, that we're going to have some showers popping up here. So it's not going to be as far west as it was yesterday, but the concentration again today is going to be, as we get later in the day today anyway, will be out here in these areas, out in central Pennsylvania, with just more, I don't want to say isolated, but kind of like widely scattered showers further east here. And you can see that as those rotating through, and those are far eastern Pennsylvania and even parts of New Jersey during the day today. But the concentration is again going to be out in these same areas that got hit last night, and that would be from the lower Susquehanna Valley all the way up through northeast PA. Okay, so that's where the concentration of your activity is today, and this is going to go right into the overnight. But again, you're going to have some widely scattered showers further east still moving through, but they're going to be more intermittent. So you have a shower come through of 20 minutes or so, 30 minutes, and then it just shuts off for an hour, and then you have another one come in maybe an hour later. This is one of those deals today here as we get in the afternoon on Tuesday. And then it continues into the overnight, the threat of which goes right into the wee hours of the morning. And then we're going to turn our attention to the remnants of Fred. Now, Fred made landfall yesterday as a tropical storm on the Gulf Coast, northern Gulf Coast, and the Panhandle of Florida, just east of Panama City Beach. This morning is expected to be somewhere near Atlanta, and it's going to be transitioning into a post-tropical cyclone at that point, or mid-latitude low. So it's losing that tropical characteristics as it moves northward through the Appalachians, the spine of the Appalachians. As we get to Wednesday, I think the same thing. You might have some showers early on in our far northwestern areas, but then the bulk of this system is going to come in Monday evening and Monday night. There's some models that hang on very early on Thursday before it kicks away and then dries out. And we're kind of going with that idea that we think it's going to dry out here during the day on Thursday. The NAM's going with that idea. The European model's going with that idea. So I think this is the right idea for Thursday, that we start to dry out a little bit. Okay, I don't really know that it's going to definitely linger into Thursday, except for maybe our far northern and northeastern areas until this gets out of here. The NAM's suggesting that as well, as we start off here at, this is actually 8 o'clock in the morning on Wednesday. You can see most of the activity is far northwest here. And then as we go throughout the day, the low really gets going here over north central Pennsylvania. And then you got a squall line attached to this, almost like a pseudo cold front type thing, attached to this area low pressure that's going to swing through. We're going to have to watch this, though, because there could be some stronger cells involved with this. Okay, and it's not out of the question to see a brief spin up with one of these. When you have any kind of tropical or post-tropical low like this, you have a lot of vorticity involved. You have a lot of directional shear, which is a twisting of winds aloft from the surface to aloft. So you might have a EF0, EF1 tornado is not out of the possibility with this line as it moves through. And this is later in the day. This is looking at 8 o'clock in the evening on on Wednesday, and this goes all the way till just past midnight until this pushes through, and then it's out of our region. This is Thursday morning. There's nothing left. So the NAM's actually been speeding this up and keeping it very an early threat so that it doesn't keep this over the southeast U.S. very long. And the trend on the global models has been to speed it up too. So it's looking like Wednesday evening, Wednesday night is when we're dealing with this, the remnants of this. And if you look at the total precipitation all the way through Thursday morning, this is what the NAM has, and it's concentrating on these areas. Now, this is including today. It's also including what fell over last night, and it's going to go right through Thursday morning. So this is the total precipitation for this whole period. If you notice down here in our southeastern areas, not a whole lot of rain there. So if you're going to have any flooding headlines, I think it's going to be up here in the central Appalachians here in western Pennsylvania, central Pennsylvania, up to parts of northeast PA, where you can have, a couple inches of rain, 2, 3, maybe even 4 inches of rain in some spots are not out of the question up in these areas. But it drops off pretty significantly as you head further southeast. And somewhere in the middle here, from Harrisburg to Allentown, about 3/4 of an inch. And then south of there, you're below a half inch of total rainfall from this entire event. So it doesn't look like a whole lot of rain for most of us, for our populated areas down here. But it does look like you're going to have some heavy rain issues with that remnant low moving through. And again, it's not going to be a windy thing. It's not going to be, you hear tropical storm, you're thinking, oh, wow, that's, big storm coming. It is in terms of the rain. The rain doesn't go away. The winds are going to be negligible when this moves through. You might have some gusts 15 to 25 kind of thing, maybe peaking at 30 at worst when it comes over where that low tracks specifically. But I don't think overall it's going to be too much of a wind concern. It's really just the heavy rain, and when the placement of that, it was still in question. It's starting to come into better focus of where that's going to be, and I would favor the same areas you're going to be getting the showers today, which are still favoring our western, northwestern areas, even though you could get something further east. It's not going to be as concentrated. That's why you're seeing these lower amounts through that entire period. So it does look like Thursday is going to dry out. That's the trend anyway. And there's still going to be boundaries in the vicinity here on Friday. You could have isolated thunderstorms with this later on Friday. Same thing here on Saturday. Still a boundary in the vicinity. Could see a stray or isolated shower. It's still going to be kind of a humid environment when we get to the latter part of the week. You're going to see the sun come back Thursday, Friday, Saturday, maybe in part Thursday. I think it's going to take a while to get the sun back. We might see some peaks of sun in there at some point. Friday and Saturday look like partly to mostly cloudy days, like variably cloudy, I guess. And then you're going to have isolated thunderstorm chances just because you have such high dew points. And I don't think you're going to get rid of the dew points until a front passes on Sunday or Monday of next week, and we have to start to lower the humidity once again. But we are going to increase temperatures here at the end of the week as well, so we're going to be in this. See the temperatures here the next couple days, 78 to 83, 77 to 82. That's slightly below average technically for this time of year. I think we're going to get back to very slightly above average once we get to the end of the week and weekend. We start creeping those temperatures back up into the mid to upper 80s at that point. So here's a look at Sunday. We have a cold front approaching the region. Right now it has partly cloudy skies and the cold front coming through here on Monday with an isolated thunderstorm. We just left an isolated thunderstorm chance on every single day because there's some uncertainties with how that evolves exactly at that time. So it's something we're going to revisit throughout the week. I think our main concentration, of course, is going to be the remnants of Fred as it comes in and where exactly that hits. And right now, again, we're favoring the interior locations for the heaviest rain. We'll continue to update that every single day with the latest information we have. We still have tomorrow yet, and we'll narrow this down once we get a little bit closer to this and can give you definitive amounts by area. So look for that in tomorrow's video. I'm EPA meteorologist Bobby Marchers. That is your outlook for August 17th, 2021. Have a great Tuesday.